S17NYC.org. Please take a look at it. Its general ethos is to be mindful of other people, respect for the diversity of tactics, and really just try to be mindful of your actions, how they impact one another within the zones that we laid out there.
So I'm just going to quickly go over what we thought for an agenda today. We're going to start with the welcome, which I suppose we're already doing. We're going to have a little dance. Mic check.
Louder.
Just louder. We're also during this time going to move people into their affinity groups. And if you're not in an affinity group, that's okay. We're going to organize according to cluster. And if you still don't feel like you have a place to go, we're going to have opportunity for people to get more oriented with what an affinity group is and how they operate. We're then going to have the presentation on what the action framework will be. We're then going to take some time, 15 minutes, in our affinity groups to discuss the presentation, to see how we feel about it, and to come up with any questions. We'll then come back together as a group, report back, and there'll be opportunity for any questions you may have for them to be addressed at that point. We're then going to have another breakout, which is going to be in a larger formation, which is the zones. That will be explained more in the action presentation. And then we're going to end with announcements pertaining to S17. Does that sound good to people? All right. So, awesome. Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Hey, it's our low-key entertainment.
So, we're going to show you a dance, and the dance prominently features
signals that we use in the consensus process. Some of you might have done this last week, some of you might have done it at some other point. Our dear friend and the ladies from Oregon brought it to us.
So we're going to need you all on your feet. Hup, 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 hup. And here, maybe we could clear some space so everybody can see. All right, okay. Shake out the feet, get your dancing feet on, all that. There's no dancing, don't want to start your revolution, right? So we're going to dance. Okay, come on.
And the cold.
Point of information, direct response, direct response. Point of information, direct response, direct response. Twinkle fingers, block. Twinkle fingers, block. Twinkle fingers, block.
Point of process.
I wanna get on stage. I wanna get on stage. Twinkle fingers, block. Twinkle fingers, block. Twinkle fingers, block.
While we're still up, this is a good time to move ourselves into smaller groups and sit into a spokes formation and figure out.
This is a spokes council in New York City preparing for the September 17th anniversary, 1 year anniversary of Occupy Wall Street's occupation of Liberty Plaza. They just gave a demonstration of the various hand signals that they use to communicate during their group meetings. We're meeting at the Staten Island Ferry building outside. Actually, we're just outside of U.S. Department of Homeland Security, United States, and the United States Coast Guard building.
Okay, take a look around, see who you are. Now, I want to get a temperature.
They moved here because they were meeting elsewhere, but they moved here because it's less windy. And there's the U.S. Department of Homeland Security building the sheltering from the wind. That's
Okay, that's good. All right.
New York Harbor out there. And like I said, this is the Staten Island Ferry building here. All the ferries that run to Staten Island back and forth. Right here. Busy place during the day. They're breaking into smaller work groups now. You can see they holding up the various so they can make. They got cardboard so they can make various signs. There's a strike debt sign, and it.
Mic check. We're gonna stand again. We're gonna rewind and start again. Okay.
In a few minutes, we're going to present the plan. And to just give you a little heads up about the plan has 4 clusters already. And the eco cluster, a strike debt cluster, and an education cluster, and a 99%. Those are the groups that have been in these meetings, organizing, right? You've all been here so far, right?
She's calling them clusters. They're various clusters of interest that people want to participate in.
But those clusters of people have been represented at the spokes councils today. Strike debt, education, and environment.
Strike debt,
Don't get stuck on it.
strike debt, education, and environment.
What matters is this.
But there are many other groups going to be active this weekend. This is the weekend, this Friday, September 14th, 2012.
We're asking people for this action to organize into small groups. I don't give a shit if you call them affinity groups, trust groups, action teams, working groups, call whatever the fuck you want. Excuse my language. All right? The purpose of the small groups is that you're going to know together how you want to plug into the scenario that you'll hear. You'll plan together who's carrying the water, who's got the car bars. You'll plan together who's doing jail support if you get people arrested. And then you'll choose somebody who will be part of the discussion and decision-making process of the spokes. And this is important because we're going to use the spokes in the streets for decision-making. Right? So if we're in a cluster and need to make decisions, we're going to put up a flag, spokes! Right? And people from your groups come around, and then we work together to make what has to happen in those areas, right? So for that to work, we need to build the fundamentals of you working in small groups. I'll tell you something, I worked in a movement where we had hundreds of affinity groups that went on for years. If your group just came together through Monday and makes your action good, I'd be totally happy, right? Myself. We want to make this action successful, but we're building a structure for a long-term horizontal direct action movement.
At the moment, I'm just using the camera to take the pictures to put on YouTube because very often the
So what we'd like to do is let you know
Ustream connection isn't the best here. I'll get better video like this.
you're going there now. If you don't feel called to any of that, and you've already got a group, get with your group. If you're not called to any of that, you have no group.
Also, I'll be able to put this video on the computers,
We'll work with you about how to make that happen.
then put them on
Does that feel
Ustream.
like that can work for people? So who's in the strike debt cluster? Jump up and down and tell us where you're going to go. Strike debt.
Hey.
Can you pull off? So strike debt's going to go over here.
All right, strike that.
So education. Who's in education? Education, right there. Where are you going to go? Education over there.
Education over here.
Eco. Who's in eco?
Not just
Eco.
We also have presents.
Right here. Nico, right here. And then the other groups were like random. 99% people.
What's there?
So if the people's wall and the whole 99% thing, labor, you can come here. People's wall, labor here. And then if you want to do legal, join the legal support. Legal is here. And we're going to do this quickly to get a group and then we're going to come back. Which one? So who is unorganized? Unorganized people, come over here.
There's a legal group there. The mutant, it's a mutant legal group.
We should be coordinating actually. Why?
Can I get a red square?
Let's finish this call. Yeah. But we're supposed to have the meeting after this call. Yes.
Oh, she got it.
Put together shit. So I think it'll be great for you to tell the people that Strike that, and we'll tell Strike that we will be coordinating with
and invite them
education
afterwards.
Afterwards, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
This lady has the red squares.
I've seen these things from my monitor.
like
God, and I always want.
Yeah, but
That's perfect.
But just in case, I've been wanting a red square anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Lady just was handing out red squares, and I see people with them.
Yeah,
I've been wearing a to take the place of a red square.
Alright, strike that! Anybody else in strike that? I got it.
These are actually from Philly.
All right, they've pretty well broken into various groups now. They've got their signs, as you can see. They got their cardboard made signs. Education.
What was your name again? Linda.
Oh my God.
So you can see the various videos on YouTube. There's a link there. That's link.
But yeah, they're gonna be like your legal Zuccotti counsel for the day of. They're a private law firm for strong comments for all. They'll just like know like what's done, what's kind of going on. Gotta you call them.
This is not
They'll
correct.
review if they have.
This group is large group.
But they're going to do it. We're good.
I'm gonna. This is ecology. We got a little police action here. Oh, they just probably they'll find something. Got a little police car here. Yeah, the lights on for a minute. Looks like we're going to get a little action here. They see a bunch of people, so they got to come and protect them. He's calling for a backup. He's telling where he is. and he's calling for a backup, I guess. I'm calling in to see what needs to be done. Anyway, he just arrived, put on his red lights for a moment, and he's just calling in to see what needs to be done. But we never know what kind of action he's going to do. The other place that they were meeting, they had a lot more police than they had before last Friday, when they had a sports council meeting. But as I said, this is a sports council meeting. This is the September 14th, 2012, the weekend of the 17th anniversary, the September 17th anniversary of Occupy Wall Street, of occupying Liberty Plaza. Tomorrow, Saturday, October the 15th, and then of course Sunday the 16th, and of course Monday is the day of celebrations for Occupy Wall Street, the anniversary, 1-year anniversary, which is September 17th, 2012. I'm going to save this video now. Yeah. I'm curious what this little group is over here. I have various groups. Oh, that's... I like this T-shirt. People before profit. Look. I'm saving this now.